if you're an artist or a founder, a lot of times you have the ability to see in the future. So you can have a vision for a product or an experience or a community or an art piece. And this is kind of like a cultural experience or a method of communication, even like whether it's through visual art or through product, that doesn't exist. It's like a gap in the culture, right? It's like something that needs to be communicated through a creative vessel, but doesn't have the structure yet to do so. And when you have that ability and you see into the future and like have a vision, I often catch myself getting really meticulous and like having moments of it's not there yet, because realistically you need time and iteration and touch points in the real world and refinement to allow the vision to get to that point. And when I catch myself being frustrated or impatient because I see the vision but it's not there, I can tend to like lose the sauce of being in the energy and the creative mindset to allow things to happen as they naturally should and allow things to evolve over time. And when I get frustrated and impatient in that way, I notice that it's less about like, hey, like, how do I do more work or be more strategic or try to force things in a sense, and it's more about reorienting my mindset to like zoom out and look at the big picture, because where you are right now is in it's like a collection of experiences of things from your past that have led you to this point and allowed you to kind of generate outcomes that allowed you to have progress. And that vision is happening right now. It already exists, but it needs to have time and like exposure in the real world through giving it to other people, talking about your idea, building, messing up, putting paint on the canvas, so to speak. And my description's a bit lofty, but what I've noticed is like sometimes I really just have to zoom out and chill the fuck out and like relax and let things happen and stop being so controlling, because I feel like I have a vision and I have an idea and I have a lot of momentum with said thing, but you need to still allow time to do its thing. And if you zoom out and allow yourself to be like in the relaxed space where you're trusting things to evolve and you're doing the work necessary, but in a way that feels expansive and not in a way that feels like you are constricting yourself or trying to control things or force things to work, things start actually working. Like when you don't force it, it comes. And oh my gosh, this is an adorable park. There's a bunch of cute kids. One way to ooh, I stumbled. One way I try to apply this, because what happens is like I don't notice it in the moment. Like I'll be creatively manic, so to speak, or working intensely and obsessed with something and like trying to do more and more and more until it starts hitting. When I have a moment where I kind of like am burnt out or like, wait, something's not clicking or something feels off, like something, there's misalignment in my business somehow. I, from that point, am like almost forced to slow down. Like it's presented that I need to slow down. And when I slow down, I recognize like, okay, let me look at this clearly and like try and connect some dots. And that's something I've noticed in my creative process. Like, I think periods of momentum are really satisfying because you're like, we're making progress, I'm making money, I'm landing deals, my art is hitting, whatever it is. And you feel like everything's happening at once and it's super exciting. And you're like, wow, everything's working. I knew it. Like, that is very validating. And then you'll hit periods of stagnancy where nothing feels like it's moving, but things are still moving. You know, like you're always making progress, even if it's not visible. And then you'll have other periods where like things are going downhill and you're like, wait, now there's adversity, now there's a problem I need to solve, this is something that doesn't make sense, I don't know what to do about this. And when I appreciate all of those three phases as things that build the final vision and pieces of the narrative that inform where I can go, and parts of the process that help me eventually articulate what it is that I need to kind of build the skills and do the heavy work to like get there, it allows me to kind of enjoy all three phases without getting like frustrated, because in reality, like a period of slowness is just as impactful as a period of momentum, because it's during periods of slowness that you're able to slow down, condense, and like really look at the big picture and zoom out and connect the dots and strategize, but also just collect the data from the experiences and information that you have so far and put it in a direction or a funnel so that it's moving towards where you want to go. And I think that allowing this like natural process of like momentum, stagnant, downhill, uphill, stagnant, like it just, that's how it works. And trusting that in every period of momentum, there's going to be another period of stagnancy eventually. And then anytime I'm stagnant or going downhill, it feels like the periods of momentum come back. And just trusting that natural ebb and flow like has helped me so much and contributed to my ability to allow myself to zoom out and look at the big picture. It's like the stock market, compound interest. Allow your efforts and skill sets and exposure and failures to compound over time to get to where you want to go and succeed with your creative process. I feel like I'm being a bit repetitive today. I'm forcing myself to film in public so I can get over my fear of filming in public, and there's like a bunch of people at this park watching me talk to my phone, and I'm choosing to not be bothered by it because I think that's part of the process, and I need to get to a point where I'm like speaking honestly and clearly. And now that I'm like mind dumping again, I think that sometimes when I come to the video with an idea or a structure, it like, because I don't really script anything, I just kind of go off my heart. Sometimes it feels stale, like I have it in my brain, but then like it doesn't actually hit in the same way as if I just started talking naturally. And I think that's part of like learning how to talk to camera. But also, wait, I realized my mic wasn't there. Maybe the audio was bad. Yeah, it's balance, right? Because you want to have storytelling that is interesting and that people keeps people around and that is effective. Like it lets you say what you need to say, but also trusting that like, hey, the natural flow of conversation is what feels good to me and what often feels good to other people, because it's like, how do you speak in a way that is resonant and like you're talking to a person and not like you're talking to a video or like talking to YouTube or talking to your phone, because that's what it is. Anyways, that was my little ramble for the day. I'm going to film a couple videos today because I have a lot to say, and I feel like today I'm having a day where I was like a little bit frustrated, and on days where things are slow and I'm a bit frustrated, I tend to have things to express. And I am kind of in the mood or inspired to sort of reframe my channel as an area for expression instead of forcing myself to like be of value all the time, because I think most of my being of value is of just me being honest. And if I'm being honest, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Just kidding. I don't, yeah, my online presence specifically is something I'm struggling with, because like I think that like ultimately I like the appeal of just being a crazy artist and saying what I need to say, but on the other side I like structure and sometimes crave like clarity around me having a system or like a niche or like a specific set of skills to share with others, or I don't even know. I'm just kind of figuring that out still, and I think that I need to just like let it. I'm literally shaking right now. I just need to let it happen naturally as it would, and it'll be fine. I think like my favorite videos are of people telling raw stories and being themselves. So every time that I'm like trying to like do a how-to video, I'm like, okay, why am I being a how-to video? Like I like me watching videos of people just telling raw stories and being themselves. So I should make videos of me telling raw stories and just being myself. Something that sometimes I get insecure about too is the quality, because I know that my audio, like these are really shitty mics I bought off Amazon, and like I film on my phone, and sometimes I really care about consistency just to get myself in the habit of speaking to camera and get myself in the habit of expressing. And when I kind of put consistency over quality, I feel not insecure, but I don't ever want to sacrifice quality for consistency. Like I expect quality and consistency because I would never want to waste someone's time. And I think part of not wasting someone's time is just like me having my ideas together a little bit beforehand while still allowing the natural flow of the conversation to come. Because like even now, I don't know if this is just me or it resonates with other people. I think like the second half of this video of me just speaking is more comfortable to watch, maybe. I don't know. If you like these videos, let me know down below. Love you guys, and I'm so grateful, and I'm grateful that the internet exists these days, because I just think it's a cool time to be alive, because you can literally do things. You can do whatever you want, and like there's tools to do it for free. It's crazy. Love you guys.